In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make a holiday wreath, just using a few basic supplies. So, good to have some hardy pruners. I have a couple different wreath forms here. In this style, you wouldn't need any wire. And in this style, you will need some wire to be able to attach the foliage. So I'm going to choose this 12-inch wire frame to build my wreath. The next thing you're going to need for your wreath is you're going to select the foliage that you would like to use. So I've chosen a few things. I have some really nice spruce here, some hemlock that still has its cones. I have a couple different types of dogwood, some really nice yellow dogwood and some that's a little bit more red. And then I also have some of these really pretty rose hips that I'm going to be using. So these have to be trimmed down, and since I'm using a 12-inch wire frame for my wreath, I'm going to trim these down to pieces that are about 3 to 4 inches long. Okay, so now I've trimmed all of my branches down to about 3 or 4 inch pieces, and I have piles now of my spruce, hemlock, dogwood, and rose hips. And something that I forgot to mention earlier is that if you're using pokey things like rose hips or spruce, it's a good idea to have some leather gloves for handling those. Okay, so now I've got my frame and my wire, and to start building my wreath, I'm going to make little bouquets of my foliage. So I'll just select a few things and choose a few pieces of spruce, a couple pretty pieces of hemlock with a nice cone, and then I like some of this red rose hip in there. Just a small little bundle. Once you have that, just a little more hemlock. I'm going to stick my bundle on my frame, and this is where you're going to use your wire. You're going to keep it connected to the spool, and you're going to firmly wrap that bundle to the frame. I'm going to wrap the bundle on there really tightly. I'm going to wrap it around at least 3 or 4 times. Then I'll leave the wire on the spool and I'll build my next bundle. When you put this next bundle on, you're going to want to overlap the wire. Make sure that your bundle is facing just slightly out, and then you'll tightly wind the wire around this one another 2 or 3 times. So you'll continue doing this, building bundles, each time covering the wire. The next one will face slightly in, slightly out, slightly in, always covering the wire and filling your hole. Okay, so as you can see, I have just one little space left, so I'm going to make one last bundle. I'm going to tuck it under the first bundle and still cover the last bundle. And then I'm still going to use my wire, and I'm going to carefully wrap around that last one. Holding everything snugly in place. And just take your time. There's my wreath, and there's still just a little gap there, and that's where I'm going to put a bow. So I will show you how to make a nice holiday bow to put on your wreath. A few simple things: a pipe cleaner. This one's about 6 inches long. It needs to probably be at least that long, though we'll be trimming it. And it doesn't matter the color because it will be covered. And then you need to select a ribbon. And this 2-inch ribbon that has the wire on the edges is really nice. You can choose one color or you can choose two. I'm going to choose 2 different colors. So this nice red ribbon that has some gold Christmas trees and says Merry Christmas. And then this really pretty gold ribbon. I'm going to use both of those. But again, you can just select one ribbon. You will also need a ruler, scissors, and hot glue. And that's it. Okay, so you're going to cut your ribbon. You want to have 2 longer pieces. These ones are both 14 inches. And then 1 shorter piece. And this one is 12 inches. This is where we're going to use our hot glue. We'll put a little bit of hot glue right here along the edge of our piece of ribbon. And carefully fold it on itself. Okay, so where my loop is, that's my seam, that's the back of the ribbon, so I'll put that side table down, and then I'm just going to flatten my bow here, and maybe crease it just a little bit, but I don't want to lose too much of that fluff. Same with my smaller one, the seam, and putting that table side down, so I don't see that, that's the part that will go against the wreath, and then I'm just going to flatten it gently, and then this piece is going to go right on top of that piece. Now you can just hold it there, or if you want to put just a little tiny drop of glue in the center to help tack it down, you can do that. Okay, so now I'm going to just scrunch in my bow a little bit. And if it gets a little smooshed, that's okay. You're going to be able to straighten it out. And here's where you're going to use your pipe cleaner. So you'll put it right in the center and flip this around and then just twist that together. Now remember, you're going to be able to hide this pipe cleaner, so it's okay that it's this bright green color. We'll hide that. So now my ribbon is looking a little smushed. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to look more like a bow, but we've got that green pipe cleaner that we need to cover. So this is the front, this is the back. So I cut out just a small piece of the red. It's probably about 4 inches. I'm going to fold it on half of itself. And then I'm just going to simply cover the pipe cleaner, and then I'll bring that around to the back side, open up that pipe cleaner, make sure you tuck both parts of the ribbon to the pipe cleaner. Again, if it's getting a little messy, you're going to be able to straighten it out here in just a second. So use that pipe cleaner, twist it around that ribbon that you put down the center of your bow so it's nice and secure. Oops. And now I'm going to use my second piece of ribbon that I cut 14 inches, so my longer one. And I think it kind of looks nice if it's not folded exactly in the middle, but it's up to you. If you prefer it to be a little more symmetrical, you can. So I'm going to fold it a little off center. And then right where I folded, I'm going to tuck onto this knob of pipe cleaner here. First, let me add a little drop of hot glue to secure it. I'm going to take that folded tail, put that right there on my pipe cleaner, again kind of covering up that bright green pipe cleaner. And now I'm going to dovetail the ends. So I'll show you how to do that. So you just simply fold the end of the ribbon on itself. Grab your scissors, and you're going to cut at an angle. And that just creates a really nice finished dovetail end. Alright, so here's my finished wreath. You can see where it's just a little strange looking up there at the top. I put my last bundle in, so I'll use my bow to cover up that piece. And I've got this nice little tail here of pipe cleaner, and that I'm going to slide into the last little bit of wire to secure my bow.